Welcome to another episode of Mexican in the Kitchen. Today I'm going to have a bit of a different video. I'm going to show you how I'm using this product. I bought this from Las Tunas d'Orefai. This is really nice. I'll leave you the link in the description if you're in Finland. If you are in the US, somewhere else, probably you can find something similar, or you can use the same ingredients to make a ponche. Ponche is a very traditional drink. In Mexico, if I go to a Christmas party, this is what it smells like. This is what I always remember Christmas smelling like, because we have these parties where you have Posadas 12 days before Christmas. There's every day people can make a party. They have a bit of the same theme. They have the piñatas, they have like Ponche, they have some food. It's a bit of a religious kind of connected holiday. Nowadays people go more for the party aspect of it, but I'm going to show you. This thing has several ingredients. I don't know how easy it is to find this outside of Finland. I don't know how widely they distribute this, but this is Mexican, so for sure they sell it in many places. If not, you can use the same ingredients and make your own. It just has some fruits that are a bit harder to find outside of Mexico. And I will read the ingredients. You can probably make this for yourself. And it has some prune, sugarcane, raisin, apple, pineapple, tejocote, guava, tamarind, hibiscus, and cinnamon. It's very Christmassy, very sweet. Usually when you boil all this, you have this kind of syrupy kind of texture. It gets very thick. These are all dehydrated, so it's quite convenient because you can just have it there on the shelf for quite long. And I think for me, this is just like a tea. It's a very common tea you can have, but the main thing for this is that you have the sugar cane. And sugarcane is one of my favorite things when I was a kid, because I don't know if you have tried this, but this is very sweet and it's a bit like very soft wood. So it's a bit weird thing, because this is extremely sweet. When you have it on the punch, then you cannot really eat it. You just chew on it and you will get a lot of sweet taste out of it. That's the only thing you can do, and basically you just take all the water out of it, then you throw it away. So everything else is these dried things. You have the hibiscus, you have apple, guava. This is really nice. Let's boil this and let's see what's the end result. In the bag, it said that the contents of the bag were enough for 4 liters of water. So I'm going to start with a pot, 4 liters of water, and my stove is on a 4 or 5 out of 6, so medium high fire. The bag doesn't really have any instructions, it just says boil everything. Water is almost boiling, so I'm going to show you everything that's in the bag. So I'm going to start with the sugar cane. It has quite a lot of this. This is what brings the sugar in. It has some cinnamon, some apple, some pineapple, some guava. You don't really have to worry about the seeds, they're quite soft. This small one is tejocote. It doesn't have much of a flavor, but it's a very traditional seasoned fruit. There's also some tamarind, which is the base of a lot of Mexican candy. It has a bit of this sweet and sour taste I really like. We also have some hibiscus. Hibiscus in Mexico is used to make fresh water, and it's one of those flavors that you can find everywhere, so it's quite an important flavor. We also have this kind of raisin and prunes. And that's most of the things that we have in this bag. I'm going to just throw all the rest of the ingredients. It's just a bit more of the same. I didn't know how this would taste. I think if you are doing this with all the fresh ingredients, I would wait a bit to taste it before adding some sugar. In this case, this dehydrated punch is not very sweet, so I will add some sugar now and just let it boil with everything else. But of course you can also wait till the end, just taste it. If you are the kind of person that drinks tea without any sugar or sweetener, I'm sure you will like it as it is, because it's quite flavorful. But if you like something more sweet, you can add something. This haven't even started boiling, it's been about 5 minutes, and you can tell how the hibiscus is coloring the water quite a lot. All the flavors are starting to come out. I can already smell it. It's been 4 or 5 minutes tops, and the entire room already smells really strongly. You can already see how the fruits are hydrating. Everything starts to look quite nice. So I'm going to let it boil for a bit longer.
My ponche has been boiling for about 15 minutes already, and you can tell already the fruits are hydrated, everything looks quite nice, it already has a great color. At this point you could already serve it, it already has a lot of flavor, but in Mexico very often you will have ponche on the stove on a very slow fire, and then everyone can go and just grab a bit whenever they feel like drinking something. It doesn't really matter. The fruits might start to dissolve, but no one really cares because at the end it just gives more flavor to the ponche. I cannot even remember when was the last time I had some ponche. It has been years for sure. So I'll just grab a mug. This smells already great. And you can take some of the fruit, put it into the mug. I personally prefer to just have the drink first. I'll taste it. And the thing that I cannot miss is the sugarcane, so I'll definitely go for it and just have a sugarcane in my mug, because that's how I had it when I was a kid and I really like it that way.
Everything has hydrated quite nicely, all the fruits hydrated. As soon as I throw everything into the pot, the whole room started smelling like Christmas really strongly. You might have seen the hibiscus color the water quite quickly. It gives a lot of color, it gives a lot of this like fragrance that the hibiscus has, like really sweet kind of perfume taste, really nice. And as you can see, sugarcane. I was a bit skeptic. I don't know. I wasn't sure if this was gonna work as nicely, but this sugarcane has hydrated so nicely, and the flavor is still there. It's not as sweet as having the real thing, of course. It has been dehydrated, I guess it loses a bit of that, but overall it tastes quite nicely. This is not as sweet as I remember Ponche usually being. You probably might need to add a bit of sugar, a bit of honey or something to sweeten everything up, but the smell, the taste, is everything's there. And of course, usually in Mexico we make ponche like this. It's kind of like a tea, everyone can drink it, kids, like people from all ages. But then, of course, if you're in a party, adults might put a bit of rum here. I think if you're in Finland, you might put a bit of jalovina here, and it would go quite nicely. You can have anything you like, maybe a bit of whiskey, whatever you prefer. Of course, you can see ponche as the Mexican version of mulled wine in Europe, maybe glöggi that people have here in Finland. This is the Mexican version of that. I think maybe in the US they have eggnog. I'm not really sure what they do usually for Christmas, but I think a lot of cultures have this special drink they have, and this is the Mexican one. It's really nice. I hope you liked the video. I hope you try it at home. Press like, subscribe, activate the bell, all those kind of things, and see you in the next one.